to do it this way. Okay. So just to reiterate, let me see if I can move this. Yeah. All right, quadrant 1, all of your XY values here are positive. X and Y are both positive. Quadrant 2, all your X values are negative, Y values are positive. Quadrant 3, X and Y values are all negative. Quadrant 4, positive X values, negative Y values. Okay. Now, for this method, the difference here is, I'm going to go through the steps. So step 1 for this is we do label these values, your ordered pairs. So we need to label the ordered pairs. So we're going to start with A. His finger's in the way. I might move this a little bit, but his finger's in the way. Let's see if we move his finger. Get his finger out of the way. Let's see, can we get his finger out of the way? I think we can. Move that finger. So it goes to math tutoring. I don't know, do I like the finger better or the math tutoring? What do you think, guys? I think I like math tutoring better. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like better. All right, so for A, what's the ordered pair for A? Can someone tell me what the ordered pair is for that? 0, 1. Thank you very much. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put 0, 1. So 0, 1. It's over. A little bit more. Place that right there. All right. How about somebody else? I think Terry told me the first one. For B, what is it? Anybody? What's B? What's the one for B? What is it? 2, 4. Excellent. Yes, it is 2, 4. 2, 4. Excellent. And what is it for C? Somebody else? And it could be online too. Actually, online. Let's see if online's awake. Somebody from online in the chat or in person. Shock me.
3, 2.
What is the ordered pair for C? Shock me. Shock the monkey. Shock the monkey. Gosh, we're waiting again. Okay, Ms. Linebaugh, I'm going to have to go back. Folks here in person, let's see.
So 3, 2.
3, 2. Thank you, folks. Fidel did? Okay, I couldn't hear him. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of said it on.
Yes, I did. Sorry, Fidel. Thank you for answering. 3, 2. So you have to write those down, label those. Okay. Now, what I like to do to make this like very clear for myself is now once I've labeled them, I'm going to go and like put like in order, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this a little bigger. And so I'm going to write this. So I have A is 0, 1. B is 2, 4. C is 3, 2. Now, for this one, so this is where I start with, okay, as always, this is what I start with. All right, so I have that written down. So that's my original. That's my original. Now, for this one, I'm going to first do 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to first do 90 degrees. So in this case, it's 90 degrees, what do you say, counterclockwise. Okay, so I'm in quadrant 1. Where is that going to put me? where if I'm in quadrant 1 and I go clockwise, oh gosh, you can't even see. Come on, there we go. And I go counterclockwise 90 degrees, a quarter turn. Where do I go? I go from quadrant 1 into what? Quadrant 2. Okay? I go from quadrant 1 into quadrant 2. So one of the things I know immediately, and this is, again, no matter where you are, if you know the quadrants, this is important, you have to label the quadrants. You need to know that it's plus, minus, minus, plus, whatever. So what I do here is, okay, I know that, so what I can start doing is I know that all my x values are going to be negative and all my y values are going to be positive. So I actually do that. That's my second step that I actually do. So I'm going to now label that. Goodbye, Toria Allen. She's coming. Well, have a great weekend, Tori. Please go onto Google Classroom, all of the work. You do have an assignment that you need to turn in. It comes up today. It actually should have posted just about 20 minutes ago. And there's 3 things you have to do on IXL. There's rotations, translations, and dilations. You have to do each one of them, get up to 50 on all of them, and then go pick one that you like the best and go as far as you can. All right, but I spread it out. You can do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, one each. You can do it all at the same time. It's up to you. Just make sure you get it. All right. Okay, so my A, it doesn't matter. I know the x value is going to be negative. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little space for me here. And I know this, and I actually put positive to remind myself. And then I do the same thing for B, negative, and then positive. C, negative, and then positive. So I know that's the case. So I have, oops, needs to be a little closer. So that's my second step. So I got, okay, I have that taken care of. There's no issue. I know that has to happen. Okay. Next. Now, this is where Ms. Linebaugh talked. There is a quote unquote a trick with this as a full, and that's why we like the other one better because you visualize it. But actually, I like stuff where I can do it like really quickly. So here's the 90-degree trick. Okay. Here's the 90-degree trick. Any 90 degree. When you move it 90 degrees, either way, it doesn't matter, counterclockwise or clockwise. So write this down. For anything 90 degrees, anything, you have to flip the x and y's. Okay? Anything 90 degrees, you flip the x's and y's. So what that looks like is this. So I come over here. I know I have to flip the x's and y's. So for A, what's going to be my x? Just take the numbers. What's the x? If I have to flip the x's and y's, my y, actually I'll do this one then. My y is 1, so 1 goes here. I don't even have to worry about, I don't even look at the signs. It doesn't make a difference. I just go to the numbers. This becomes a positive 0. Well, I know that's just 0. This, the y is 4. So I just put that in. That now becomes my x. This is positive 2. So that's just 2. This is negative 2 because the y is that. And this is obviously positive 3. And that's it. And it work again, if over here, again, you focus just on the numerals, you don't worry about whether they're negative or positive. In this case, they're all positive, so it doesn't come up. But even here, you just take the numerals and just fill them in. And that's for anything 90 degree. Okay, so anything 90 degree, and I'm going to write that as well. I'm going to put that in a different color that shows up. A lot of these colors do not show up well, so hopefully this will show up. Oh, that's on select. There you go. That was supposed to be red. That looks more brown to me. Let's see if pink shows up. For anything 90 degrees, you flip the X and Y values. Whether it's 90 degrees counterclockwise, whether clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm going to make this a little bigger or longer so it doesn't run into and cover our quadrants. We do not want our quadrants covered. Okay. All right, so what would you do for 180 degrees? So for 180 degrees, what would you do? Well, 180 degrees actually is very simple. In 180 degrees, if we went over here to quadrant, I can't see. For this would be quadrant 3. You actually just have the same numbers. You just flip the signs. That's it. So for, let's write this in a different color. Oh, would yellow come up? Yellow doesn't usually come up. Let's see. Let's get yellow actually gets dissed so much. So I'm going to see if yellow actually comes up. I feel bad for yellow. But we're going to try. We're going to see if yellow actually comes up this time. And if my annotation stays up. There we go. All right, yellow, come through for me. Let's see if yellow stays up. I'm going to move this out here. No. All right, let's see. All right, for 100, can you guys see that? Can you still see the yellow? Okay, for 180 degrees, you flip the signs. So positives become negatives, and negatives become positive. There we go. You can still see that. Okay, you guys can still see that? Okay. All right, because yellow feels bad. Yellow actually never gets any play. All right. So then we have 270 degrees. Okay, 270 degrees. Now 270, okay, this is how I do 270. I'm going to write notes. What color should I use now? Green? Okay, green gets his chance, or her chance. Gets her chance. All right, green. We'll try to put this here. Okay. I want to see if someone remembers. So if I go 270 degrees, actually I got to go back to the mouse so you can see the mouse. Come here, mouse. If I go 270 degrees, that goes here is 90, here's 180, here is 270. I'm lazy. Do I want to walk all the way that way? What's another way I can get here? I could go 270 degrees this way, or I can do what? Does anybody see what else I could do? I can rotate it 270 degrees this way, going counterclockwise, or I can do what? I can rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. I never go 270 degrees, ever. So what I do is whatever they tell me to go, if they tell me to go 270 degrees counterclockwise, I said, that's the same as going 90 degrees. If they tell me to go 270 degrees clockwise, whoops, and now his finger is back. I actually clicked it. I didn't mean to click it. I'm sorry. Get that finger out the way. There we go. Okay, if I go 270 degrees, okay, clockwise, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 90 degrees counterclockwise. And we already know what to do with 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to write this. So let me go back to green. So when I am asked to go 270 degrees, not 3's, in one direction, I don't do that. I go 90 degrees. I need to shrink this a little bit. The other direction. And I already know how to do 90 degrees. Well, at least when I first typed it, I'm not going to retype it. All right, so again, I prefer the other method, but if I don't have paper sometimes, I just, again, this is still quick for me. As far as I can take a look, they tell me go 90 degrees. I said, I just go do this. And then okay, I just flip. You know, then I put in the correct positive and negatives, and then I just do the numbers. That's sometimes quicker for me than getting the paper, turning it, doing it, and turning it back. So it's up to you. All right.